Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications because I'm here every day for you. Alright, in this lesson I'm going to show you how we can use middlewares, and we will going to talk about every detail about middlewares, guy. Okay, before start teaching, I'm going to make some preparation. Let's create a new project. It is going to be MVC again. Let's say middleware. Next. Great. Perfect. It's been created. Let's focus on this project. Where is my scope? Scope to this. All right. Let's go program CS file. All right, guys. First of all, we add our middleware settings just here. Let me open my pen and pencil. Okay, this is where we middleware add to our project. We create a builder .build method, and we're going to use app variable, which is we already given. By the way, these are comes as a standard in an MVC project. Okay, then all you need to do is let's delete it. Type in here app dot, then you need to use methods like use middleware map or use authentication, authorization. The rest of them is up to you. Okay, now we're going to do much more important thing. We're going to talk about the logic of the middleware. I'm going to make my screen blurry, and let's initialize and type here middleware layers. Let's say each layer is a middleware. Okay, let me type here middleware 1, middleware 2, middleware 3. It can be 4, 5, 6. It's up to you. It's all up to your project and scenario. Okay, requests come from user, and we can say this arrow is a response. Let's type them. This is request, and this is response. As an example, I'm going to give names to our middlewares. The last one is map controller root, which has an important duty to initialize controller and action methods. We already talked about our previous lesson how we use controller map controller root, and the previous one, let's say routing, and the first one is, let's say, authorization. Okay, once we send a request as a user to a server to have a response, first of all, the first middleware in this scenario, authorization, going to take the request, hold the process, and it is going to check this request has a valid authorization to move forward. If it's okay, our request move to other middleware. Okay, if it's not, it is going to be a short circuit. Okay, and it is going to be an error. If error here, there will be an exception. Okay. Alright, if it's not, our request move on to next middleware. Let's say everything is going fine. Oops, not you. Let's say everything goes perfect. Our request reached the map controller root. Map controller root sent our request to related controller. Okay. For example, in this scenario, category controller has been initialized by our map controller root, and for example, get all methods triggered, and we received all the categories in our hand. Then what's going to happen? We're going to send this response to the middleware again, and this middleware go back again step by step, same route. All right, and we're going to send the response to our customer, our user. This is how middlewares are working, guys. We have a couple of ready middlewares. Let's type them here. First of all, run. Second one is use. Third one is map. The other one is map1. We are using most of time use. Okay. Run is for short circuit. Our middleware. And map and map1, they are filtering with a pattern. Okay, I'm going to show you step by step these four ready middlewares, but before that I would like to show you this data flow. Okay, to do that I have to create a custom middleware. Okay, let's first of all let's create a custom middleware. Then we're going to use delegates and anonymous methods. Alright, right click on middleware, add class custom middleware. Alright, we're going to inject our request delegate, and I'm giving a name next, which is most used best practice name. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, not you. Alright, let's keep it like that. Let's create our constructor. Okay. Now I'm going to create my method, public async task invoke. You have to use this name, guys. If you're adding a middleware, you have to give invoke name to your method. It has to be, or your application doesn't recognize your middleware and you're going to get an error message. Obviously, it's going to be an exception. We have to give a HTTP context. Alright. Why I gave a HTTP context and I inject request delegate. Let's go back our program CS file. Let's have a look our use middleware just for example. Okay, let's have a look. As you can see, it is asking us a request delegate. Let's click it. We have to give a request delegate. Return value going to be task, and parameter has to be HTTP context. That's what I'm using exactly in my custom middleware. Okay. Alright, now I am going to add some logic here to show you how it's working. Okay. First of all, I would like to console add a text to my screen. Okay. Let's say first method. Okay. Then let's make our application move on towards the controller. Await. Next. Invoke. Context. Then let's add another console line. Second method. Alright. Now I'm going to put a breakpoint here and I'm going to run my application. Did I set a startup? Set a startup. Okay, let's run the application. Oh, we didn't add our project. We need to add it in our service as well. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. App dot use middleware. I'm going to give custom middleware. Let's take this middleware here after use static files. Okay, now let's run the application. All right. Let me divide my screen to show you exactly everything much more smoothly. Perfect. Okay, our application has been run, and first of all, our console application initialized, then middlewares are on the board. Now we're going to trigger middlewares step by step, and we're going to receive our results. Okay, let's continue with function 11. We received our first method. Okay, let's continue F10, F10, and as you can see, second method has been arrived. Okay, now I'm going to use F11 this time. You will understand much more better. Okay, here we go. I've started again. F11, first method is run. Let's continue with the next. As you can see, controller initialized. Now we're going to get our view. We received our view, but it's not rendered yet. It is still working, as you can see. We didn't receive yet. It is not rendered yet, as you can see. Second method didn't arrive, but we received our view. Then second method here. Okay, to better understand this section, I am going to put an exception here. Okay, throw exception. Let's run the application. All right. According to this scenario, we're going to get first method, we're going to get our view, and we shouldn't have our second method text on our console. Okay, let's use F10, F10, F10. Let's throw exception. Perfect. Let's have a look. Our first method here. After first method, we received our view, and then we received our exception. We couldn't get the second method. This is how it's working. First is first, second and second. Okay. Now we received um sorry, you must understand what is the order of the middlewares. Let's go back our table. We send the request, middleware first initialized, second initialized. Just imagine we enter our special middleware here. For example, not that one. Sorry, not you. Let's use another color. Okay, we add our special middleware here. Okay, and we add our logic. Then once exception has been thrown, by the way, I add exception here, the return route. Okay, let me type here exception edit. Where is my pencil? Oh, no, not you. Yeah, okay, this one. Perfect. So we send our request to the controller through to this way. We received our view and we send our view back to the user. When it comes here, we throw an exception and application collapsed. Okay, application collapsed and all gone. We couldn't receive we couldn't receive the second method. Okay, let me have a look quickly. Is there anything should I tell you? Invoke. Okay, I'm going to stop the application now. I assume you understand the data flow. Let's continue with the ready middleware methods. This is, by the way, this is how we add in custom middlewares. Probably you understand. You can add your logic here according to your um, scenario. Let's go back here. Now I'm going to add run middleware. Okay. Let's have a look our parameters. We're going to use the request delegate one. Let's have a look again. This request delegate. Okay, it's not working like that. Okay. Async context. Here we go. This is our request delegate. As you can see, task and HTTP context. Perfect. Now I'm gonna write here console write line app will stop here. Let's run the application again one more time. Okay, we need to stop this middleware first. Let's make this section comment because we get exception. Okay, let's add await because this is an async method. What's happening now? Cannot await void. Okay, let's change it. Await context response. Right, async app will stop here. Okay, let's run the application now. Perfect. Why we received this message? Because our middleware come through this way. We couldn't reach the map controller route, so we couldn't initialize our controller. Our run middleware run here and stop everything. As you can see, we didn't add any next or something to move on to other um, middlewares, right? Let's make this comment. I'm going to continue with use middleware and we will go back to run again to make you understand better. App use, and it is using again, let me have a look. It is using again, yeah, HTTP context and request delegate. So we're going to give two parameters here. It's going to be async again to use anonymous method for the delegates. If you're adding two different variable, do not forget to add your parentheses. And the first one is context. The second one is going to be request delegate. Context and delegate. Yeah, let's go inside. Perfect. Let's have a look quickly. As you can see, HTTP context function. Okay. Request delegate initialized, context initialized. Perfect. What is the problem here? What's telling is use extension user builder. It seems there is an exception. I guess this is not async maybe. Let me have a look, but it must be an async because we are using request delegate. Okay, let's leave it like that for a second. Let's keep it just for a second. Okay, now I'm going to let's add console write line method 1. Perfect. Let's await, add our await next. We're moving next middleware now. Let's add console not winner baby console write line method 2. Okay, let's switch to the console. No, sometimes I hate this IntelliSense. It's make my life harder sometimes. Okay, control KD, perfect. Now we're going to receive our first and second method just like our custom middleware. Okay, first method and second method, and we have next invoke method here, same as custom middleware. Okay, now I'm going to make something different. Let's add another middleware. Okay, I'm going to give this a 1 2 let's say let's use the same name 1 2 1 2, and let's add another one. So we have three different middlewares and we have method 1 2 1 2 1 2. So what is the result is going to be? Let me tell you, first of all, our method 1 will be initialized, then next method will be initialized. When it's initialized, guys, we will move on. We will move on the second one. Okay. Then we will move on here. Perfect. Then our application move on to the another one. Once it's ready to come back, this will be initialized. Then this one and that one. So we're going to see on our screen 1 1 1 2 2 2. Is that correct? Hopefully. Okay, let's delete the screen and let's run the application and let's see the result. I'm waiting. Where's my console? Where's my console? Here we go. As you can see, method 1 1 1 2 2 2. This is how middlewares are working, basically. Okay. And if you would like to stop your application, make a short circuit your application, you can add your run method. Okay, let's take this. Okay, app will stop here. Once we run method in middleware as a middleware, it is going to be cut here exactly. Let's run the application. We should have seen only method 1 here. After method 1, it must be gone. Let's open our, yeah, method 1 and 2 has been initialized. Let's have a look why second. Okay, this is how it's working. The short circuit cut the downside. You can consider it like that. Let me open my pen. Normally it must be method 1 to another method 1, right? But we have a short circuit here. After method 1, we will receive, app will stop here. Then we go back to method 2. It is going like this. This run method make exactly short circuit between these two pipeline. Okay, this is request, this is response. Once you add your run method, it is going to be shortcut. The downside is gone. It is working like this now. Perfect. I assume you understand what I'm trying to tell you about run and use middlewares. Okay, let's clean my screen. We also have map and map when middlewares. I'm going to make those all of them. Let's make this command line. Let's have a look at our map. Okay, let's open up parentheses. It is asking a lot of parameters. Let's have a look which one is better for us. Pattern and handler. Pattern and request delegate. Path string configuration. We can add application builder as well. String pattern and delegate handler. We can use that one. String pattern request delegate. Yeah, it seems better because we get used to how to use request delegate. So let's use that one. So I'm going to give a pattern. Let's say test app. All right. Then I'm going to give a request delegate here, and I'm going to use an anonymous method. All right. Let's say await console write line. Actually, console write line won't work. Let's say context.response.write async. Write async. Let's say test app endpoint is initialized. All right. Now let's run the application and see the result, guys. Oops, what happened? Yeah, we forgot here. All right, let's wait the result. Perfect. Let's type here test app. As you can see, test app endpoint initialized. We are using map endpoint to initialize a custom pattern actually. If you remember our previous lesson, how I guess I show you how we are adding pattern endpoints, and this is the middleware how we are using it. Alright, let's make this section command line. Perfect, and there is an error message here. Okay, we don't need to use async because this is not a synchronous method. Alright, let's run the application, but I would like to point out something. When this map when initialized, this section will be short circuit because our brokers come here and go back again to the other side. Okay, let's run the application. We're going to get our messages on our console, but we didn't receive, we won't receive our pages because it's short circuited. Okay, actually I never used map when section while I was studying, so it's just keep it a theoretical information with you. Maybe sometime you might use it. Okay, but most of them we are using use and map, use and app map. We are using these two much more than the other. Okay, all right. I assume you understand what I'm trying to tell you about middleware. So you understand what is the logic behind the middleware, how they are working, how request and response flowing in middlewares. Okay, you already learned how you can create custom middleware as well. I'm going to finish this lesson here. If you have any question, just drop comment below the video. And if you like the video, I will be really appreciated. It really motivates me. Take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.